How you doing, man? How you doing? How you doing, man? I'm innocent. I'm innocent. I'm innocent. I didn't do it. Stop with the attentions bullshit. Motherfucker. And I'm talking about motherfucker. And I'm going to say motherfucker again. You can laugh now, but later on, you will cry later. It's been decades and decades. It's been over 30 years now. Over 30 years. 30 years. You He has done absolutely nothing but antagonize. And not just that, he bragged about it for so long. So many years he's been he's been bragging about this. Now all of a sudden, back in 2023, before my accident, he gets taken in and claiming he had absolutely nothing to do with this. He has absolutely nothing to do with the homicide back in September 7th, 1996. He was in LA at that time, and his nephew didn't do it. His nephew was at the hospital. But in his interviews, on Vlad TV and Dialogue TV and a whole bunch of interviews, he have done all this talk. He has done all this talk. Yes, I was in the vehicle. Yes, that was my gun. Yes, we was on the hunt for Tupac Shakur. We was on the hunt because he has put his hands on my nephew, which no, he wasn't as much as older than Baby Lane, aka Orlando Anderson, was. And then he wrote that in his book. He has published that on his book in his book. If he didn't write the book, he didn't write the book. He didn't write the book. He had nothing to do with the book. Who wrote the book? Who published the book? Compton Street Legend. Who the freak published the book? See, this thing doesn't make any freak. None of this make any sense to me. None of this it makes any sense in my eyes. When he said he did the crime, he orchestrated the murder. He organized the murder after the jump, after Tupac and Suge Knight and his goons jumped Orlando Anderson from the Southside Compton Crips that had connections with Sean Puffy Combs. You know, and also, speaking of him, he also mentioned his name. He mentioned his name. That he paid us $1 million to get rid of Tupac and Suge. $1 million for the hit. Now, all of a sudden, you're into your interviews. I watched the interview and he was just about to walk out when they kept bringing up the book. While he was saying yada 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 yada, this and that and this and that. But I'm sure it may not be a fair trial for Dwayne Keefe Davis, aka Keefe Dave. There won't be a no fair trial because I'm sure he may be letting off. Because Suge Knight is the only witnesses, and I doubt if Suge Knight will ever cooperate. I doubt if he's ever going to participate, because he never take any participation in Law and Orders. He never take any participation with law enforcement. My bad. I'm sorry. Excuse me. With law enforcement. So I doubt that Suge Knight will have any participation in this. Yeah, I doubt it. I doubted that. I doubt it. Well, he's the only witness. He's the only witness. And he got shot right in the back of the head. But the bullet didn't hit his brain, because if it did, he would have been a goner too. But this has nothing to do with being a snitch. This has nothing to do with being a rat. This has everything to do with justice. This has everything to do with justice. Keefe D was supposed to be his enemy. Keefe D was his rivalry. Keefe D was trying to kill him. Keefe D shot him in the head, had him shot in the head, and that was his gun. He wrote on his book. This is why the law enforcement came to his house and they had a search warrant and look for the firearm, look for the gun that killed Tupac Shakur. Looking for that gun that killed Tupac, and looking for that gun that hit Suge Knight right in the back of the head that nearly killed him, because it would have been a double homicide. It would have been a double murder and homicide. But it's too damn darn bad that the rest of the guys are dead, including Baby Lane and Orlando Anderson. They're dead, and they never got brought. They was never brought to justice. I thought the person that killed Tupac was taken care of already. And I know it was a gang. It must have been a gang war rivalry or some shit. I don't know. But I'm going to maybe looking into more details than that. But all this stuff he said, right? All this stuff he said, now all of a sudden he's trying to erase it. He's trying to erase it. I was saying, oh, I was just trying to do this and that, make some money. I know the book doesn't have anything to do with me. Well, guess what, my friend? It is too damn darn late, because you can't take everything back for what you have put out there. Because the law enforcement, it's going to be shown in court. The book is going to be shown in court. The book is going to be shown in court. The interviews are going to be shown in court with Vlad and Dialogue TV. They're going to be shown in court. Now I know he may not get off that easy. But don't you think the police, the law enforcement, don't you think they're trying to make something out their careers? The attorneys and all of that. Don't you think they're trying to make something out of their careers? I mean, Keefe D done fire mostly all of his lawyers, because they don't damn well he will not get off that easy. Who in their right minds will go on the air and talk about and discuss the crime they have committed and brag about the homicide? Well, it doesn't matter. You know why? Because I guess that's the way God wanted it. Yes, the Lord may be on his side. The Lord is going to do what he's right. The Lord will watch over him. He's right. God, the most high Messiah and high power is going to do what he's going to do. What he's going to do. He's going to do what he's going to do. So, God's willing, in my faith, I'm hoping he gets sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. I don't give a goddamn fuck of shit. A goddamn whole fuck a bowl of shit that he's an elderly man. I don't give a fuck about that, because I want justice for Tupac Shakur. Why? Because I'm a Tupac fan, and I've been a Tupac fan at the age of 4. I've always been a Tupac fan. He took away not only an icon, but a poetry, a teacher, a mentor, a tutor. Yes, Tupac is my boy, but he may have brought that on himself, because he had so much involvement. But they had connections with Bad Boy Records. They had connections with Sean Combs and Bad Boy Records, and they robbed the Death Row chain. So Tupac and Suge retaliate by jumping that son of a bitch, Anderson. And that's when they retaliated. Do I think and believe the notorious B.I.G.'s and Tupac Shakur's murder cases are connected? I think so, but I doubted it. I doubted that, but I think so. Well, with that being said, maybe Tupac should do what they did. Uh, I don't have any more words to say. I rummed out. But anyway, trying to keep it going, try to keep it going, and try to keep it flowing. The Southside Compton Crips, that's Eazy-E's gang. That was the gang Eazy-E was a member of, and that's one of the sets of the up in Compton. Let me say something. I didn't know what else to say, but I pray that justice will be served and justice for Tupac Shakur. Oh yeah. And before I get to that, right? Even if they let him out, which I know they will, because I doubt in my mind that Suge Knight, marrying Suge Knight, Marlon Suge, aka Mr. Knight will have any involvements. I don't think he'll have any involvements in this. I don't think he will cooperate with law enforcement. I believe he's not going to cooperate with law enforcement. I believe so damn well. Why? Because Suge Knight is not raised to tell. And he doesn't like rats himself. Just like Skinny Joe Bolito doesn't. That's not the fucking fact. That's not the fucking thing. It's not about being a rat. It's about bringing justice. It's about justice. It's about justice for your homeboy. It's about justice for your right-handed man, Tupac Shakur. Because even if Keefe D gets let off, right? Even if he gets let off, found not guilty, the streets will kill him. You know why? Because Tupac has riders. Tupac has riders. I'm talking about riders. I'm sure if he gets off, somebody's going to pull out his strap and get back and end his life. And that will be another homicidal retaliation and revenge. You think the violence will ever end? No, it will not stop. Because no one doesn't want to cooperate. It's all about retaliations. And to me, in my eyes, it looks like nothing but gang relations. And I'm talking about gang related. This world is full of hatred. But even my family. Yeah, Keefe D has a family though. He has a family, and yeah, he has a family. He has grandchildren. He has he has grandchildren. But let me say something. Tupac had a family too, and they want justice. Tupac's family and friends, they want justice, and including the fans. Mostly all the fans, they want justice. And they let Keefe D off. Someone is going to body him and get the revenge for Pac. It's just like I said, Tupac has riders who are still riding besides him till death do his part, even if he's not around. So the trial is tomorrow. I'll be looking into the trial. I'll be watching the trial. I'm sure it's going to be I'm sure it's going to be all over the place. I'm sure, because Tupac Shakur was a rap icon, legendary. And let me tell you something. Everybody wants justice, just like I want justice, just like Supreme Shakur wants justice. I want justice for Tupac Shakur. And it's a damn darn shame that his mother didn't live to see this. having one of his son's killers getting taken into justice. So with that being said, I hope Keefe D. I hope he gets what he deserves. Even if he gets out, I hope he gets what he deserves. I hope his life get ended real soon. But I am hoping he gets life sentence without the possibility of parole, because I want justice for Tupac Shakur. Many of us do. Yesterday when I saw that interview, that fucker was about to walk the fuck out when that book was being mentioned. He didn't want the book being mentioned, but he wrote the book. He wrote the book. He published the book. And if he didn't write it, who the hell did? So with that being said, everybody, we're gonna follow up with this case, follow up with the murder case, follow up with this trial, and justice for Tupac Shakur. That's all I'm gonna say. So with that being said, peace and blessings. Peace to each and every last. Peace and blessings to each and every last one of Tupac Shakur's family, to all the Shakur family. Stay blessed to all the Shakur families, and to all the fans, all the homies, and all the riders. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. Let's follow up with this, and we'll see what happened. If I had the money, let me tell you something. I would fly all the way to Vegas. I would fly all the way to Vegas to follow up with this thing, follow up with this trial, follow up with this insane maniac who went on the air and said this and that, yep, whoopty. He even told the law enforcement that he was there when Pac got shot and that was his gun. He even told the law enforcement that. Just like he told everybody, just like he told the whole world in his interviews. So no, you can't erase everything. So yes. Anyway, we're gonna follow up. I'm gonna follow up. So with that being said, I say job.